What's up, yo? What's up, who dat? This for my who dat? My top 10 New Orleans Saints of all time. I've been understanding watching football since 2000. Since I was a young kid. Since Jim Haslett got first stepped in the door. I can't give y'all too much before like 90s. I was a baby, barely born. I can't give y'all that. So when it comes to Ricky Jackson, Eric Martin, I can't really speak too much. I'm talking about the start of the new millennium when I started understanding what was going on with the sport. I'm excited to bring this to y'all. This is my list. I need to hear y'all favorite players in the comment section. Y'all tell me y'all favorite Saints. It may not be Drew Brees. It may be somebody else or whoever. So let's get started. I got 2 honorable mentions. So it's top 12 really. So real quick, let me get the 12 and 11 out the way. First, this gonna get a lot of people in arms, Jeremy. This is gonna get a lot of people in arms. A lot of people feel iffy with this guy, with this quarterback. A lot of people love him. A lot of people can't stand his ass. Aaron Brooks. Aaron Brooks is number 12, my favorite player. AB, it was highs and lows with him. It was highs and lows with this dude, bro. He'll come out, throw for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 65% completion percentage, 100 rating in the game. The next game, it looked like he don't even look like a damn NFL quarterback. 3 picks, 5 sacks, throwing picks, laughing after the play. This man would throw a pick, y'all, and start laughing. I'm like, brother, what is funny? Like, you literally just threw a pick. What's funny, bro? Like, the dude will really be giggling. Like, I'm like, bro, you literally threw an interception to the corner. You threw it to him and you're laughing? I'm trying to figure out what's funny, dog. AB had highs and lows. Mike McCarthy, time and time again, had to switch the playbook up for him. At the time, Mike McCarthy was our offensive coordinator. It used to be so frustrating with this dude because when you looked at him, watched him, guys, us as Saints fans, you saw the potential with his physical ability. He had a rocket arm, can move out the pocket. It's just the mental throughout each week. It just wasn't there for AB consistently. And that used to piss us off because we saw the potential in this dude. He was the first quarterback to win us a playoff game in our history against the emotional Rams. Joe Horn went down in that game early, rallied the troops in 2000, took Jeff Blake's spot. Jeff Blake got injured, and he took off, threw for 400 yards the next game in his first start. Never looked back after that. After the 2000 season, ups and downs. 2001 season, 7-9. 2002 season, started off 3-0. I remember that game. I remember that season. That was such a fun season until the end of the season of that season, where we lost 3 straight. We started off like 5-1, guys. Beat the Bucks twice. Well, you know what happened that season? Haslett couldn't finish in December. That's what happened. And then on top of that, Aaron Brooks' arm got messed up. I think that was the Tampa game, that Sunday night game. I remember that. Man. Me, my uncle, my grandma watched that game. I mean, we didn't miss not one Saints games. We are diehard. God rest my uncle's soul, man. We watched that game to the end. That was a fun game watching that Bucks Sunday night, if y'all remember that game. AB played well. Joe, Michael Lewis, I think, returned a punt. Deuce I think he trucked over somebody that game. And after that, his arm got messed up. And Jim Haslett decided to keep Jake Delhomme on the bench, you know. And then the final season, me and my grandma went to that game against the Panthers, and right when we pulled up to the game, you could hear the crowd chanting for Jake Delhomme. that was the year I think AB got his big time money. So Jim Haslett was like, man, I can't afford to put Jake Delhomme. We just paid him because I think if they would have put Jake Delhomme out there in them last 3-4 games, Delhomme would have probably had us in the playoffs, and it would have been another quarterback controversy. But Aaron Brooks, he was just high and low, guys. He remind me of like Jay Cutler as just going through the motions, but have the physical ability to be one of the best quarterbacks of his time. And just same thing with Jay Cutler. Is just like you could tell, like it's just you just going through the motions. I don't get inspired as you being my quarterback. AB didn't really inspire nobody, and it was I saw an interview that him and Joe didn't really get along. I think AB had an interview. He said it. We didn't really get along that much, bro. So, but AB 20,261 yards, 123 touchdowns, and 92 picks in his career. So let's move on real quick. 11, Jimmy Graham. He's number 11 on my favorite player. Jimmy was phenomenal. Elite, man. Elite. Him and Rob Gronkowski was competing at the time for the 2 best tight ends of all time. And I'm not all time of that era. Rob is going to be a Hall of Famer. Jimmy, I don't know. It looked like he was on pace, but, he had that phenomenal 2013 season where he had like 16 touchdowns. Jimmy was unstoppable, man. Drew really helped him take his game to the next level. I was really happy. It was very disappointing when he got traded to the Seahawks because we always like, bro, what the hell happened? Like, it wasn't like it was no rumors, I don't think, that he was going to get traded. Just we woke up one day and they traded him for Max Unger, so. And after that, Jimmy's career kind of took a step back. But, he was an all-pro in the 2013-2014 season. He has 89 total touchdowns, so shout out to Jimmy Graham. Number 10, my top 10. Sammy Knight. Sammy Knight, I think our best safety in Saints history. One of the best safeties in the early 2000s for us. I love Sammy Knight, man. Sammy Knight used to get all these interceptions. Tackling machine. He used to lead our team in tackles in the early 2000s, man. I love Sammy Knight. Phenomenal player. Made the Pro Bowl in 2001. Has a career total of 42 picks. So Sammy Knight was a great safety for us. Number 9. 23. 27. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Our best cornerback in Saints history. One of the best cornerbacks of his era in this generation, Marshawn Lattimore. Best man-to-man cover corner. Always used to shut Mike Evans down. Always play well against these big receivers. Marshawn, he really changed that defense for us when he got to the team because our defense was bad the 3 years before him. And, to come here and win Rookie of the Year and then get you Pro Bowls, man, 4 Pro Bowls, 5 interceptions his Rookie of the Year campaign in 2017. One of the best man-to-man corners. Man, I love Laddie, man. I hope he do well in Washington, because they're going to need him, to cover the best corner. He didn't really play well last season. He had dealing with nagging injuries, so hopefully he can bounce back and play well. But as for us, he's the best corner we've had in our history. Mike McKenzie used to be really good for us, but he's the best corner. I'm really was really proud of Marshawn Lattimore time with us, man. And I just loved his swagger, man. He brought to the game. He didn't let nobody bully him. He didn't let nobody play with him at all. I ain't about to let nobody play with me. And that's why I love Laddie. So, number 8, the crash out himself. Y'all take a guess who I'm about to say. Take a guess who's the biggest crash out. Michael Thomas. Bruh, guys, y'all, what the hell happened to Michael Thomas? Michael Thomas was on his way to be one of the best to ever do it. I mean, this dude was on his way to be a Hall of Famer, bro. How do you have over 90 catches in your first few years? Set rookie records, 92 catches, 1,137 yards, 9 touchdowns, set the single season with 149 catches, offensive player of the year, first wide receiver to win that since 1993, since Jerry Rice with the 49ers. Michael Thomas was so dominant. And you know, people, other fan bases used to, slant boy, but you still can't stop it. You still can't stop his ass. What happened? This dude, I think Michael Thomas was just too much of a street dude. That's why I think he's not in the league. I think he was too much of a street NIGGA. That's what I can't say what I want to say, but I really think he was just too street. The way he used to like just be flashing out on people online and going off on Derek Carr and all of that, and he got into it with Devontae Parker and Carlton Davis, and I mean, he used to spaz out on Instagram and Twitter, man. I'm like, bro, Michael Thomas, what is going on with you, bro? Fighting people in practice. Then the dude after the Panthers game, 2 years ago, Bryce Young rookie season, when we played them week 2, when we played Derek Carr first year, we won that game on Monday night. I see him in the locker room. West Side Crip Gang. He talking to Derrick Brown. They about to fight. You can hear Michael Thomas come behind that corner. Come on. The cameras ain't gonna see. Come behind that corner in the locker room. What's him? Y'all go back to and see that. Go back and watch that. Bro, Michael Thomas used to flash out. I'm very disappointed, man. It sucks to not see him in the league. Nobody don't want him. Nobody don't want to deal with that. Nobody don't want to deal with that from that dude, bro. But I appreciate what Michael Thomas done, man. It was good to see him be one of the best receivers in the league at the time. It was so good, you know, to see Michael Thomas be so dominant in so short amount of time, man. It sucks to see how his career went. So let's move on to number 7. He's actually on the team right now. And y'all gonna know I take a liking to receivers because that's what I grew up playing when I played football. Was wide receiver. So I take a liking to that. So those are usually going to be my favorite players. So number 7 is Chris Olave. Can run every route in a route tree. He's so smooth in and out of his breaks. You know, he's been really, really good. We're waiting for him to take that next step, which I feel like he will. But he's been really good. We just need him to stay healthy. If he stays healthy, he's going to have 90 catches, 1,000 yards. And we want that touchdown ratio to go a little bit up. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited for him this season with Kellen Moore. His second season, he had his best season with 87 catches and 5 touchdowns. So it's just about keeping him healthy. That's all. Making sure he be safe with his concussion. So I really like the kid because he can do a little bit of everything. He has the speed. He's balanced. Can make tough catches. So we'll see what's going to happen with Chris Olave. So number 6, Reggie Bush. Reggie, probably the most popular draft pick. Him and Ricky Williams are probably the top two most popular draft picks in our history. Reggie hit the ground running. His rookie year, he set rookie records for catches in a single season at 88. He finished with 1,307 scrimmage yards. Phenomenal. Reggie was so good his rookie season. He split time with Deuce. And Reggie, man, he kind of, after that season, he fell in Sean Payton's doghouse. Pierre Thomas started coming in. I think we had Mike Bell the Super Bowl year running hard. And he just kind of fell in Sean Payton's doghouse. Reggie wasn't really hitting the hole like we wanted him to. Second guessing himself, coming out the backfield, you know, not hitting the hole. And he fell in the doghouse, but we don't win that Super Bowl without Reggie coming out the backfield, catching passes, just adding speed, you know. So Reggie had some highs and lows for us, but he was so fun to watch at the end of the day. He was so electrifying to watch. I remember he had that that he had like at the 50-yard line in our playoff game against the Cardinals. He hit like a juke move in a hole, shook somebody out their shoes, and ran it in for a touchdown. That was one of the most nastiest runs I've seen in NFL history. And once he left after the 2010 season, that's when he took off with Miami and Detroit. Had him some 1,000-yard seasons with both of them. You know, so you kind of wish, man, what if we did give Reggie 20 carries a game? But Sean Payton was always running back by committee. So, you know, shout out to Reggie, man. One of my favorite players of all time. Number 5, Alvin Kamara. He's tied the touchdown rushing record in a single season with 6. He also won Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2017. So Marshawn Lattimore and Alvin Kamara both won Rookie of the Year that year on each side of the ball. AK already has 85 total touchdowns, bro. How do you have 85 total touchdowns and you're barely touching 30? AK, when I look at the dual threat running backs, him, Reggie, Sproles, and Sproles, his damn self was elite. AK has done it the best. AK, man, I don't know if I want to put him over Deuce. I don't know. But what AK has done, he has been electrifying, man. Catching out the backfield. He never seems like he's in a rush when he's running the ball. He takes his time. And I'm gonna tell you like this. If AK wasn't never splitting carries with Mark Ingram, I think he already would have been way ahead of schedule. But it was much needed because it gave us a great balance at the time with power and, you know, some speed, you know. And AK wasn't the fastest, but he's very elusive and just, he don't never seem like he's in a rush, you know. So, you know, and they use him like a receiver. He used like a Marshall Faulk, you know. Move him around in the offense, and, you know, he's a matchup nightmare for linebackers. So, AK, I'm very happy that we picked him up the year that we did. So, I'm glad to see all the success he has throughout our history. So, moving up and I think he's actually number 1 in our rushing history. I think he passed Mark Ingram and Deuce. So, it's really good to see what AK has become. So, number 4. Mr. Reliable, Lance Moe. I love me some Lance Moe. I don't think I've never seen Lance Moe ever drop a pass. Ever. Ever. One of the best underrated possession receivers of our history. And in that era that he was playing in the early 2010s, Drew always knew who to find when we needed a clutch third down. And I love Lance, man. His best season, 08, 79 catches, 928 yards, 10 touchdowns. And then the 2012 season, he went over his first 1,000 yards. Man, Lance wasn't the fastest, wasn't the biggest. He was the 5'9", but had one of the best hands and could get open. And he used to boogie in the end zone. And that's why I love Lance, because I like to see when you get in that end zone, let them people know you got in that end zone. He used to get his boogie on. I love Lance, man. So, number 3, the People's Champ. I call him the People's Champ because no Saints fans don't say nothing bad about this player. Nothing. We all love him. Deuce. Big Deuce McAllister. Deuce, man, it just makes me sick because right when Deuce got in his prime, that's when the injuries started piling up. He had the bad ACL injuries. He had the ankle injuries. It was so amazing to go watch Deuce inside that Superdome, trucking over people, running over people. Deuce had everything. Deuce could catch out the backfield. Deuce had the vision. Deuce had the power. Deuce had the speed before he had the ACL injury. Deuce was really a speed back before he had that big injury, the Katrina season. I mean, Deuce, that if y'all go watch LaDainian Tomlinson, I Am Athlete, he was like, bro, I was competing. I was watching what Deuce was doing. Me and Deuce came in the same draft. I wanted to outdo Deuce. I was competing with Deuce. Deuce, LT went top 5. I think Deuce went like 20, 21 in the first round. I can't remember. But man, Deuce, and that's why Jim Haslett got Ricky Williams' ass out of there, because he was like, bro, it's night and day. It's night and day to Deuce to Ricky. Ricky would be fumbling the ball, all type of crap. He couldn't catch, all type of crap. So, Deuce had, what he got? He had 3 straight 1,000 yard seasons. His best season was 2003, 1,641 yards, 8 touchdowns, 69 catches in that 03 season. I think he went like 8 straight games with 100 yards. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Even though we was losing, media was still talking about Deuce probably like having like at least an MVP vote. Deuce was phenomenal that season, man. But, you know, it was so good to see him. He was our rushing leader with 6,096 yards at the time. Obviously, Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara break that. So they're the top 2 now. Then Deuce moved to 3 on our rushing leader board. So it was good to see Deuce. So number 2, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Number 9. We all know why we love 9. I'm not going to spend too much time on him. One of the best quarterbacks of all time. Top 5 of all time. Some people may have him top 10 of all time. Mr. Accurate, King Accurate, Drew Brees. I don't need to spend too much time. It pisses me off because the year he should have won MVP was the year he went to the Super Bowl. Y'all gave that to Peyton Manning. Drew Brees should have won a damn MVP. Don't even make sense. So, let's move on. My number 1 player of all time, wide receiver. Hello? Yeah, I just got in the end zone. Yeah, I just scored on their ass. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'm gonna see y'all at home. Yeah. Joe Hollywood Horn. Joe Hollywood Horn is my favorite receiver, favorite player of all time, my favorite athlete of all time, Joe Horn. I was a kid watching the Saints. This was my era. Some of y'all gonna probably go with Colston. Some of y'all probably go with Reggie Bush. Some of y'all may go with Drew. Some of y'all will go with AK. Joe Horn, I wore 87 for my jersey growing up, playing football. 87 for Joe Horn. He was our Marvin Harrison. One of the most entertaining wide receivers of all time. He came in here in 2000, set the ground running. Came in here his first season, the year we went to the playoffs with AB. 94 catches, 1,000 yards. Had 3 straight 1,000-yard campaigns. 3 straight 80 catches and 1,000 yards. Joe was so balanced, had speed, had hands, could get open. Man, Joe was so electrifying, man, watching him. So entertaining. Be cutting up after he getting first downs. Doing all type of crazy stuff. Getting his boogie on in the end zone. Man, Joe, it just make me mad because it's like, bro, what if Joe got to the team already damn near almost 30. So it's like, man, what if we had Joe with Drew when they both was in their prime? It's like, for you to be putting up those elite numbers with inconsistent play with AB just goes to show how good he was in the early 2000s. And it was players, man. I mean, Marvin Harrison, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Randy Moss, Eric Modes, Jimmy Smith. The list goes on and on. Chad, Steve Smith. I mean, it was some playmakers in the early 2000s, man, at the receiver position. Musa Muhammad. Joe, man. You go 3 straight Pro Bowls. You had a bad season in 03, the cell phone year. You bounced back in 04, 94 catches, 1,399 yards, 11 touchdowns. He finished second to the receiving title behind Musa Muhammad. I mean, I was devastated when Sean Payton said, say, bro, you either going to take this pay cut, you're going to have to go. Joe said, I'm not taking no pay cut. I feel like I worked my ass off for the city. I'm good. I go somewhere else. And he stuck it to us going to Atlanta. He know what he did, going to Atlanta. He stuck it to us. And I understand, as I ain't got older, I ain't get it. But as I ain't got older, he felt played. I was the driving force, coming back to the community, helping Katrina, just working so hard for this team. And he just felt like it was a spit in the face. Him and Sean Payton didn't get along very much, guys, at the time. And towards the Katrina year in 2006 magical season, he dealt with injuries and his age started to affect him, dealing with hamstrings and groin. And I would never think in a million years that last catch he caught against San Francisco when Reggie Bush had that 4-touchdown game, that I think he drew through it low and he caught it, but he ripped his groin up. And that was the last time I saw Joe in a black and gold. That was devastating. And him and Reggie both had 4 touchdown games. Reggie had it that game, the 49ers game, and Joe had 4 touchdowns the cell phone game in New York against New York in 2003. So, man, I appreciate all y'all. This was my list. I want to hear y'all. Y'all know if I gotta do most like, y'all know I gotta do dislike before the season start. I'm gonna try to get y'all that video, but man, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate all my new Saints subscribers, and some of y'all may not even be Saints fans. I appreciate y'all. I'm just trying to get these numbers up. That's all. So, for my Saints, I got dislike, and then we got to start talking about preparing for the Cardinals on what to expect. But I appreciate y'all. I'm out.